Guys, today we are at Silver Springs Park in Ocala, Florida. Maybe do a trail or two, but we're definitely going to hit the glass bottom boats. It's amazing. I haven't been here since I was a little kid, so I'm really excited to bring the whole family here. Kids are excited, so let's see what we can find. That's cool, huh, Bazzy?
Yeah. It's small, but it's very majestic.
That's awesome. Alright, let's go. Alright, so there's the prices. If you just want to walk around the park, it is $2. And the glass bottom boat tour is $13. We even have, looks like, some extended cruises. I think those are about 45-minute cruise. That's cool. Oh, and children under 6 are free. Alright, so we've got our tickets. Our glass bottom boat tour is at 12:15, so it gives us about an hour to look around because they wanted this there at 12. So we're gonna see what's going on here.
They got paddle boat rentals.
Oh, that's cool. I love that trail, the looking trail with the bridge. I love how that looks. I totally want to do that. This is a great place where you can bring a picnic. Cause they got a ton of picnic tables. This whole little area here where the guys are playing frisbee. You could probably play some catch out here as well, and the river is, or the Silver Springs is behind it. So there's the glass bottom boats, kayaks. You rent kayaks and go through here, paddle boats. They have guided boat tours as well, but they also filmed, maybe not in this particular location, but I believe it was farther out. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Awesome, let's go check it out. Well, it's great because we're just taking our time waiting for our, like I said, we have about an hour just walking the grounds. These are paved trails, but I know they got some nature trails on the other side. But we're just taking our time. Beautiful. This is what Florida is about. This is old Florida, definitely. This is awesome. What do you think, buddy? You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah? G, having fun?
Mm-hmm.
What, buddy? Oh, it's cool. Kind of looks like your garden at home.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. Be careful. Don't break that.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it happens to a lot of them.
Yeah, sometimes.
I think the weight of the leaves.
Sometimes the weight of the leaves, or the animal goes by. That's neat, huh?
Little
Florida
Florida stumps.
Cypress knees is what they're usually
knees.
called. Yep. Because they're cypress trees that their roots sometimes come up that way. And they call them cypress knees instead of cypress trees. Just listen to the silence out here. It's amazing. We found this little path here. Oh, neat. Should we stay on the path, right, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Different tiles, hand-painted tiles. That's cool.
Look.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
New York Giants, baby. I have to walk backwards. Some of these. Ooh, I hit a cypress knee.
There's two paths. I'll go up here.
You gonna go up there?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll go this way. Whoa, this is awesome up here.
No.
Found a really neat place, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, there's another path.
I see that. Let's keep going up here. Oh, watch your step. Little palm frond.
Whoa.
Kind of looks almost like a little fairy garden or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but look at that.
So I yell to Lorelai, "Is that a slide?" And Bazzy went running. Woohoo!
Alright, help your sister up now.
You can't help but getting scared. Pull her down the rest of the way.
He barfed me.
Ew.
We'll do the lint out.
Come down the slide. Woohoo! You made it. Oh no, look.
Oh gosh.
Hey, I want you guys to walk across.
Alright. That was fun? Was that fun? Yeah.
Was it an animal?
No.
Oh.
Miko Hanabi. Miko again meaning chief. His name was Hanabi.
I was trying to think. I just.
Oh.
Second Seminole Indian War, they too difficult for U.S. troops to say, so they turned it into Micanopy. We've now named a battle, a town, and a boat after it. Wow. Not a problem. And then the Chief Pataki, Betty May Tiger Jumper Pataki is the white people spelling of it, not the proper spelling of it. There are vowels and consonants that exist in Seminole that do not exist in English. But Betty May was the very first recognized female chief of the Seminole Nation.
Oh wow.
Now they do have one boat that's wheelchair accessible. So it's, I think they do those at certain times of the day. I think it's at 11, 1, and 3. The other boats anybody can get on, if you can walk, of course. But if you need wheelchair accessible for any reason, they do have the one boat, and it's called the Chief Pataki. I hope I'm saying that right. Betty May Tiger Jumper. Thank you. Definitely watch your step getting in.
How are you folks? Well, thank you. We've now got everybody on board. Welcome aboard, everyone. My name's Captain Mark. I'm going to take you down the river today. You guys ready for a boat ride? All right, let's get out of here. Now listen, before we get started though, I do need to tell you a couple things about the boat. And let's start with life jackets. Those are right above your head. How those are arranged up there, the ones in the center area, those are adult sizes. Children's sizes are on either end. Now, here's the good news about the life jackets. We've never used them, not once. They've been running these boats for over 100 years, not one single time have they pulled the life jacket out to use it. So that's a good record. Let's see if we can keep that one going today, all right? It's about a ½ inch thick. It is not magnified, and it can break, so be careful not to drop anything heavy on it. Now, if you want to take a picture to it works great. Just do yourself a favor and turn off your flash. Otherwise, you could get a great picture of yourself. This grass that you're looking at right now is going under the boat. This is called eel grass. Manatees love that stuff. They eat about 200 pounds of that. This spring is called Spring of the Stars.
Spring of the Stars.
Kind of in honor of all the movie stars that have made movies here over the years. Now, the very first movie that was ever made here was made in 1916. It was a movie called Seven Swans. Now here's how you're going to spot this particular spring. Here in a second, the grass is going to go away. The bottom's going to turn to white limestone. In the middle of that, you're going to notice a flat gray rock. Just above that rock is the entrance to the spring. That's a kind of a crack. That's where the water's coming from. That little flat gray rock that's coming into view right now, believe it or not, is 26 feet deep.
You swimming against. Whoa, hey guys.
You can see some fishes down there every now and then. we have about 32 different species of fish in this river. Now this next spring, guys, I want to show you is called Creature Springs. Anyone guess as to why we call it that? We call it that because Creature from the Black Lagoon was filmed here many years ago. Now, by a show of hands, how many people have actually seen Creature from the Black Lagoon? Look at all you guys. You know how many times I asked that question and no one raised their hand? Anyway, this little crevasse that's right below us is about 33 feet deep. This is where the Creature made his debut back in 1954. A guy by the name of Rico Browning, he applied for the part as the Creature. He got the part because he could hold his breath for about 3 or 4 minutes. That's what sent divers down there so many years ago. When they came up, they said, well, we got down to 81 feet, but it goes further. We just couldn't get there because it starts getting too narrow. This is the hole that they sent those divers down, and we call this the abyss.
Oh, wow.
This hole right here, right?
This hole right
Okay,
here.
just checking.
Not a big hole.
Wow.
All right, that's what I was making sure.
The water temperature coming out of all these springs is a constant year-round 72 degrees. Here. They're yelling for breakfast or lunch or something like that. Those blue birds up there are called cormorants. They are one of our water birds out here. We have 2 kinds of water birds out here. Okay. You notice if you look right below us there, you see that long piece of wood that's kind of coming into view there?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That long piece of wood, the University of Florida got very interested in a few years back. They wanted to take it back to their labs up in Gainesville and test it. They wanted to confirm what it was, and they also wanted to find out how old it was. So they did. They pulled the whole thing out of the water and sent it up to Gainesville. Turns out that that long piece of wood is a cypress dugout canoe.
Oh, neat.
And that's all cool and everything, but then they carbon dated it. And this baby is over 600 years old. That makes it the oldest ever found. Well, you can imagine what the University of Florida wanted to do. They wanted to keep it. They wanted to put it in a museum. But the state of Florida said, that isn't going to happen. You're going to put that, frankly, right back where you found it. And they did. This is actually, what you're seeing right here is about within an inch of it. It puts out, all by itself, about 250 million gallons of water every day. This is not the biggest spring you're going to see, though. This is 29 feet of water, and we call this the Blue Grotto.
The magnet.
Why do we get this beautiful blue look in the water? Is because all this water coming out of these springs is 99.8% pure fresh water.
That's awesome.
I'd be willing to say that your tap water is not that pure.
Yeah.
What do you think? Old Florida, it's called great.
Here's an interesting story about Spanish moss here in Florida. Many years ago, there was a guy by the name of Henry Ford that came to Florida. He loved it here in Florida, but he was kind of busy. He was up in Detroit making cars. But when he came down here, he loved it so much he actually built a second home in Fort Myers, Florida. But while he was here in Florida, he kept noticing all this Spanish moss. It's everywhere. And he came up with the idea that would make great stuffing in the seats of his new car. They thought that was such a good idea that they actually started shipping Spanish moss back up to Detroit. And sure enough, they started putting it in the seats of the new cars. This spring coming up is called Mammoth Spring. And it's called that simply because of its size. This spring is 65 feet wide. It sits in about 55 feet of water. And this spring puts out all by itself around 550 million gallons of water every day. Now, you guys on the left, take a look way down at the bottom. You're going to see kind of a cavern down there. It's about 5 feet off the floor. That's where the water is coming out. And it goes all the way across this basin here. Now, you guys on the right, you're not getting that same view. The only thing I can tell you is
It's
I
cool.
should have sat on the left. Well, I'm just messing with you. I'm going to turn around here in just a second and show you guys what I'm talking about.
Happy fishing.
Alright, now I'm going to spin around and show you guys on the right what I'm talking about.
Oh, the fly.
Oh, wow.
You can see that
There
camera
it
moving.
is.
Now, many years ago, ABC Wide World of Sports did a special here, and it was all about high diving. So what they did is they built a tower on shore about 125 feet up in the air. When the divers dove off that platform and hit this water, they only made it down just a few feet before they were basically just shoved off to the side by the power of that water.
Wow.
Whenever I tell that to people, they take a second look, and I don't blame you, because you're looking at that going, what? It doesn't look like there's any water coming out of there. And it doesn't, does it? It's very serene, quiet looking. Guys, this one spring supplies 2/3 of this entire river. That's a lot of water. You've got a large backyard swimming pool, and I'm talking an in-ground big pool, 25, 35,000 gallon pool. This spring can fill that pool in about 11 seconds. Back in the mid-1960s, there was a television show called I Spy. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. They filmed one episode of that series right here at Silver Springs. What the script called for for that particular episode was for some statues to be built underwater. So what they did is they built these statues in about 30 feet of water. These statues themselves are about 7 to 8 feet tall. And they were named after 3 Greek gods. That was Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades.
Oh, you guys see him? You see him?
Oh, they're there.
Now, when this filming was finished, a few years went by, and then a couple of James Bond movies came along. They had some film here as well, and they wanted to use those same statues. And that was for Moonraker and Never Say Never Again. Both of those films had scenes with these same statues. That's Hoover for this afternoon. I want to thank you all for coming out. I hope you had some fun. And again, it's been my pleasure taking you guys down the road and see what we have to do.
You'll get it. It didn't go in water. It didn't magically go through.
Hang on, bud.
I was all the way back in late, I was at 59 feet, 64. Any other questions, guys? Here we go.
Okay, that was fantastic. So much fun. Let's go see what else we can find, guys. So Lorelai and Bazzy found a nice little path. This is so cool.
Reflection garden.
Oh. Did you trip too, Genevieve?
Yes.
Yeah, so did I coming down.
Mine was more brutal.
That over there, that's Bird Island. Where we saw all those birds and the babies. Beautiful out here. I just want to set up camp right here.
Mm-hmm. Until the gator comes.
Well, I meant farther
See,
back.
These are gator sloops.
I don't mean like right here. But
2 gator sloops.
you can hear the birds. Hopefully you can hear that, but the baby's just a chirping over there. Alright, so it may be hard to tell on camera, but the size of that tree is intense. This right there, that's a regular sized palm tree. Look at it compared to just the roots of this big guy, which starts to go all the way up. Actually goes at an angle. All the way up there. Beautiful though. Oh, look at that branch that sticks out and it's touching that other tree.
Talked until the midnight with a moon by the riverside. Music like a romance, kissing while we slowly dance. We discovered something real. Love, we never saw it coming, but it's real. What we feel, you got me mesmerized, but I don't need any cure. Our love is so pure. For all we have.
Alright guys, that was our trip to Silver Springs. Amazing stuff we saw. That glass bottom boat was so fun. Those 3 statues from the different movies, the original site for the Creature of the Black Lagoon's entrance, and hearing all that stuff. Definitely make a trip down here. It's definitely worth it. It was, like I said, it was $15 a piece, $2 to get in, $13 for the boat ride, and it was an awesome experience. We had so much fun, and there's so many trails we didn't even hit. But again, it's Florida, so it's getting really hot. So we're gonna head back to the van, get some lunch, get some AC, go home and relax for the rest of the day. Till next time, guys. See you later. Bye.
Now all I do is want